Anyway, let's talk about some titties, dog. What are we doing right now? I want to talk about titties, okay? Twitch, which forces me to serve you 3-minute ad breaks at the top of the hour every hour. That very same Twitch is an update to our approach to sexual content and content classification labels. Use a 3-minute ad break now. We have received consistent feedback from streamers that our current policies around sexual content are confusing and that it can be difficult to know their content will be interpreted based on these policies. We want streamers to feel confident they understand our rules and viewers to feel confident they will get the experience they expect. To accomplish this, we are making 2 effective changes today, streamlining our policies regarding sexual content and updating the criteria used for homepage recommendations. So there's an additional section in the content classification guidelines that describes when a streamer needs to label their content as including sexual themes. Going forward, the sexually suggestive content and sexually explicit content policies will be consolidated into a sexual content policy. There's a TLDR. Where is it? The TLDR is some sexual content will be allowed, but with a tag meaning it won't show up on the front page. Nice. Previously prohibited, but now allowed with label. Content that will deliberately, Content that deliberately highlighted breasts, buttocks, or pelvic region, even when fully clothed. Wait, what? Buttocks. Streamers found it difficult to determine what was prohibited and what was allowed, and often evaluating whether or not a stream violated this portion of the policy was suggestive. In addition, the former sexually suggestive content policy was out of line with industry standards and resulted in female presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. So here's the thing. What if someone's got some honkers on them and they're not like literally doing the titty clap thing, but they just have some honkers, you know? There's streamers out there with some ginormous awoogas, you know? Like what? If you wear a cleavage showing shirt, for example, and the awoogas are showing, but you didn't put the sexually suggestive click, then what does that do? You know what I mean? Like, do you need to label that you got some titties on you? Like, what? That's true. It's going to lead to a lot of awkward situations with that probably. Yeah, like it says that the end, they will lock the label on your channel for a while if you do not label manually. That's what I mean. I can foresee this becoming a major problem where Twitch starts literally labeling female content creators who are not trying to like appear sexually suggestive because like people are mass targeting them or some shit with big honkers, even if they're like not talking about their big honkers at all, and then they just get slapped on with that penalty. Fictionalized, drawn, animated, or sculpted, fully exposed female presenting breasts and or genitals or buttocks, regardless of gender. There's a thriving artist community on Twitch, and this policy was overly punitive and did not reflect the impact of the content. Oh, that's actually good. Body writing on female presenting breasts and or buttocks regardless of gender. Erotic dances that involve disrobing or disrobing gestures such as strip teases. Changes to popular dances such as twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed without a label. Previously, some dances were prohibited and others were allowed with a label. Enforcing on dances regardless of context meant our policy prohibited twerking at a wedding or taking a pole dancing exercise class, for example. The policy now takes context into consideration and only prohibits streaming inside of an adult entertainment establishment. With the updates to the sexual content policy, artistic depictions of nudity allowed. Content with a focus on fictionalized sexual body parts regardless of gender, such as doing nude figure drawing, are allowed with a sexual themes label. I mean, I don't know. Seems kind of... No, the only thing I brought up is like how it can be abused, I guess, as far as hitting you with the slut marker. You know what I mean? It's like slut shaming, automated slut shaming. At least I guess it's abusable in the same way right now, but they would cop a ban instead. Yeah, true. The Jesus lovers have waited on the situation. The Xerto will now allow artistic nudity following the viral topless meta. Is this allowed on Twitch? Yeah, I mean, he does artistic nudity too. Stable Ronaldo, Twitch now allows porn. What's wrong with these Zoomers, man? What happened? Something broke. Cowards who don't like baddies. Does it mean we will be seeing you twerk on stream now? Yeah, I'm gonna be twerking on stream. Asman with the base take
Incels
here.
clutching their pearls over this shit are just sad. Your take is 100% dead on correct. Well, of course it is, because the reason why incels get mad about this stuff is because it gives autonomy to women in a way that they don't want them to have.
Damn, dude, he's spitting, dude. He's spitting so hard, I'm drowning in his spit.
Because they think that it's unfair. And it is unfair, guys. I'm gonna say it is unfair that women have a disproportionately massive advantage in the sexual marketplace. They can make 10 times the amount of money you can make whenever they're in their 20s because they're extremely attractive. You're absolutely right, that's unfair. And you know what else is unfair? Everything else.
Okay, I kind of spoke too soon a little bit, but hey, you know what? Okay, I mean, all right. I didn't see that part. True, but male porn closed the gender gap. No, I think that there are very marginal benefits to the objectification that women are subjected to, but we don't even consider it. Like attractive men also get these advantages. in the same way that attractive women do. The only difference is attractive men don't get stuck being just attractive.
Everything else. How about whenever they're 30 or 40 or 50? How fair are things then? It's a very reductive mindset.
I don't fully agree with this, but I get where his energy's coming from. Women get a lot more viewers the more hot they are, but they also get a lot more haters as well. First of all, men don't have to be hot at all to succeed on this goddamn platform. Women kind of do because of the objectification. We have already established that attractive women get an early boost, okay? Attractive women get an early boost in comparison to, like, I guess, an attractive man who's doing thoughty streams. This is a overwhelmingly male-dominated platform, right? Problem is that boost is not enough to keep women at the top. That's precisely the reason why you rarely ever see top at the tippy top in the top 10 content creators. Like, there are very rarely ever women, usually mostly men. People hyper focus on like the 300 viewer area where they're like, oh, women immediately pop off. But it's like you very rarely see women have staying power in the industry, partially because of the expectations, partially because it's like, oh, you have to be hot, you have to be hot, you have to be someone who we objectify. But also, the other reason is because there is a ton of harassment that comes along with that. And I promise you, you have no idea how bad that is. You don't know. As someone who gets death threats on a daily basis, I'm probably one of the most targeted streamers out there. Okay, streamers already have like a crosshair on their back in comparison to other forms of media like YouTubers and shit. But there is in this career, in this industry, over the course of my 5-year, 6-year career, the only thing I can compare the sea of hatred and death threats I get is to just being a woman online. Okay, that's it. The only people that get way more and way worse stalkers and haters who rarely ever get punished are female content creators. That's why VTubers are popping off as a way to circumvent the expectations and standards women streamers have to deal with on a male-dominated platform. They can look however they want behind the camera. Yeah, I guess. But also, it's just like, again, I think it's a reinforcement of like the unrealistic expectations that men have of women. Point is, women put up with a lot of stuff. Women in general, they don't even need to be content creators. Women in the gaming space put up with a lot of that men don't even have to think about. Like, if you have any girlfriends, you know this already. The fact that like a lot of women don't, for example, want to show that they're women when they're playing online games. Like, they don't want to do voice comms, you know? There is a constancy of hate and negativity that people get from like hyper shut-in incels that just fucking despise women and want to keep these spaces free of women. Now, that's just the gaming space. Obviously, this happens in the real world across the board. I'm just simply talking about like male-dominated spaces like gaming. So it sucks. It sucks overall. But that's offset by the advantages the same image and objectification gets them? No, it doesn't. Especially because you're failing to comprehend something here. Attractive men get the benefits of being an attractive person in general. Attractive men might not get the same immediate benefits that attractive women do, but attractive men certainly have those same benefits. But an attractive man does not need to remain attractive, or an attractive man is not only seen as simply a piece of... Look at Will Neff. He's got a piece of... He's an attractive man, but people also see him as like a unique talent, an athletic demon, someone who's funny, someone who's brilliant. For women, on the other hand, you're just hot. Doesn't matter what you bring to the table. You don't have to just be hot. You can be hot and have all of those qualities, but people just see you as hot. Does that make sense? I have female friends who have some stalkers, make fake Fansly accounts, use their Instagram pics. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, ultimately, women are taking an L here. Let's be for real, okay? The only small marginal aspect of like a sliver of a W that women have, attractive women have, over just all men in general, is on this fucking platform where, like, yeah, if you're super hot, if you're a super hot girl, you're probably gonna get like a diehard solid fucking 300 viewers, some of which are gonna try and fucking kill you and wear your skin. Yeah, but you'll make a couple grand every month, and you can actually make a living that way. And in comparison to like other shit, certainly that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool in general. But like, you know, men do find a way to fuck that up too. But that doesn't mean you get staying power. That doesn't mean that you will ever be treated like you're anything but a hot woman. And it doesn't even matter if you don't try to do that. Like, there are so many content creators in this space, women at the top of the leaderboards, right, that quite literally have never like objectified themselves beyond just like looking attractive. You know what I mean? Not like not trying to do sex work at all. Pokimane comes to mind. And yet for her entire career, people are like, oh, look at this slut. Look at this slut. Classic. Pokimane the child lover. What the f does that even mean? This is what I mean. Dude, Dude, there you go. One of them chirped. Bro, I said Pokimane, and a chimed in immediately. First ever take in the chat. Account created yesterday. Follow us yesterday. This is what I'm talking about, dog. There is no one else on this platform, with the exception of myself, obviously, that gets this level of psychotic hater animosity automatically, other than female content creators. Hasan, bro, I like you. Fuck them haters. Female content creators don't get as much hate as you do, be honest. No, they do. They do. They get stalkers. They get like insane stalkers. I do too, but they get insane stalkers not for being like a socialist or for being an outspoken person who is like pissing off a lot of people and ruffling a lot of feathers. They get stalkers because they're women. That's the difference. Not to say that like I deserve the stalkers that they get. I'm not saying that at all. But the difference there is like they get it automatically. For a guy, you can be like the sexy guy that I brought up earlier, Will Neff, a person with objectively zero stalkers and zero haters. He's hot. Why don't they, why don't they go after him? Well, that's because he's affable, he's effable, and he's likable. And you can be that way and be devoid of haters on this platform as a guy. You can't be that way and devoid of haters on this platform as a girl. That's the difference. See, whenever I see you getting hated on across Twitch chat, it's because of controversial topics like your take on looting. If you express bold opinions, I feel like you have to expect comments like Hasan's America, especially because you're a political commentator. See, the other part about this is that, and I was going to liken this to the whole Pokimane dynamic, is that like, even if you don't do people make up stuff. Like the Pokimane cookie dynamic was great, okay? She didn't do anything out of pocket. It's the same that everyone else has done. Influencer tax, okay? But first, they were like, oh, look how expensive this is. And then she responded to a hater in the chat in a way that like every single one of us, including myself, has responded to. And then it became a massive drama cycle. Everybody was covering it. So in many circumstances, people just like hit until they find something that can turn into drama, and then they make that into drama, and then you're known as a person where drama always follows you. And people just kind of loosely associate you with like negativity, right? They loosely associate you with negativity in general, and that just kind of has staying power. Cutie Cinderella said sex work being on Twitch negatively affects the non-sexual female streamers' thoughts. I have, you know me, I love Cutie Cinderella. I love her to pieces. This is the thing that we have disagreed with very publicly, and also even in private. We've had this conversation before. I am a firm believer that misogyny is the reason why people are going to objectify and sexualize women, whether sex work exists on the platform or not. Here's the example. Do you think women in an office setting don't get sexualized and objectified by their male coworkers, maybe even sometimes by female coworkers as well? Of course. There's no hot tub meta at the workplace, but they still do that. Why do they do that? Because the problem is the misogyny. The problem isn't that like some women are taking matters in their own hands and engaging in bodily autonomy and objectifying themselves for the duration of the stream. If tomorrow there was no sex work on this platform, misogyny wouldn't go away. That's it. That's my thought on the matter. I agree with Cutie. From a woman's perspective, it's very difficult to succeed on a platform like this without your cleavage or sexy undertones to your stream. Yeah, the issue is that's not because that there's like sexy ladies on the platform that are doing sexy stuff. That's because it's a male-dominated platform in a patriarchal society where the expectation for women is to be sexy, is to have some goddamn yitties on them. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with whether or not honkers do exist on the platform. You feel me? That's just a structural problem. I know I've been saying this, but look at the deepfake shit that happened with Cutie. It will happen no matter where. Exactly. Think about it that way. The deepfake stuff happened to streamers that don't have sexual content. Why did it happen? Because, I mean, not to do that thing, but like men are kind of trash low-key. Like online. Oh my God. Every woman unconditionally gets sexualized here, okay? Across the board. You get sexualized on your tweets? Yes, but I'm a fucking man, dog. Do you understand? That's the difference. For me, when people routinely say, Hasan is an idiot. He's such a dumb bimbo, dude. The only reason why people watch him is because he's 6'4" and super hot. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. I get hyped when people say that because there's no real fear that someone is going to literally objectify me to a degree like they do to women all the time where they just don't listen to what I have to say. I'm a man. That's the difference. I speak from conviction. I speak with confidence. And people go, oh yeah, that's a man. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. That's the difference. Do you understand? The game we're playing is Lethal Company.
Hasan, listen to me.
What?
The tree monster is gonna eat you.
We could live our lives like cowards, or we could go make money.
No!
Go through there. Go in there.
Okay, and then what?